My name is Khalif Asagai. I'm a motivational speaker and a life coach, and I help people develop a vision for their ideal lives, as well as develop the confidence and the mindset to bring that vision into reality so that they can live the life of their dreams. Today's video is about 3 ways to accomplish every goal. Now, I know this sounds like a lot. How can somebody say there's 3 ways to accomplish every goal? But the thing is, we all have similar experiences. We set some goal, and then time passes, we face some challenges, and ultimately we give up on that goal. Everybody has some set of goals they've given up on, sometimes goals that are even really important to them. But there are a couple of things, well, 3 things, that will allow you to accomplish every goal if you apply them in every situation. And what will this happen? How will this change your life? If you're able to accomplish the goals that you set out for yourself, your life will be totally different. You'll be able to feel confident about your ability to get things done, and ultimately those goals are meeting some valuable purpose in your life and possibly in the life of others. If your goal is to start a business and your business is serving other people, then your goal is really about more than just you. It's about the service that you're going to be providing. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you accomplish every single goal. So, what's the first tip? Well, the number 1 thing that you have to do to guarantee that you're going to accomplish your goal is you have to set the right goal. Not every goal is going to get you excited. You have to set goals that are actually going to require you to grow. Goals that are going to require you to tap pieces of yourself and parts of yourself that you haven't previously used. Some goal that you know that you can accomplish is going to become boring in life. It's going to be something that you're going to know that you can do it, so it's not really a goal, it's really just a task. And the difference between a task and a goal, again, is something that requires you to grow, to get better, to improve, to challenge yourself to actually accomplish. Setting the right goal is setting something that you're not certain that you can achieve, that in fact you think might even be something that's impossible, but it's something that you know somebody in the world has achieved, and therefore you're going to give it a chance. We don't always set goals that are practical, or I should say, it's not always good to set goals that are practical. If you set goals based on what you know is already within your skill set, you'll never grow a greater skill set. You'll stay in that lane and you'll always be pushing towards something that's not really that exciting. The other way to set the right goal is to set a goal that's about more than just you. Set a goal that deals with something or serves something much bigger than yourself. If your goal is simple and there won't be a huge outcome if you accomplish it, then you're not going to be excited about it. You want goals that are going to really get you excited and invigorated, and something that if you get the goal, you'll truly be fulfilled. Not just more money that won't actually make you happy. Something that's really going to serve your soul. So that's the first step. Make sure you're setting the right goal. Now, oftentimes we set goals and people say, set a goal with a deadline. Napoleon Hill has a great quote, a goal is a dream with a deadline. And so oftentimes we set deadlines, but a lot of times they're unreasonable deadlines. For example, if you have a weight loss goal, you've been struggling with your self-esteem, weight loss is really important to you, you really feel like there's a body out there that you want that you don't currently have, and you set a goal to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Probably unreasonable to lose a pound a day in 30 days. But there's all these things out there, all these ads and products telling you that you can lose weight that fast. So what happens? 30 days passed, you did most of what was required of you, and then you get to the end of that 30 days and you've only lost 4 pounds. What happens to the goal? Most people give up on that goal because it didn't work. Their goal was 30 pounds in 30 days. They did not lose 30 pounds, therefore they failed. Wrong. What you have to do in those situations is don't change your goal, change your deadline. See, most of us overestimate what we can actually get done in a period of time. I'm sure you've sat down at some point to do some task and said, this should take me about 20 minutes. And an hour and a half later, you're wondering where the time went. We really tend to underestimate how long things are going to take. A friend told me, Kyle Lawson, who might be watching, he said, most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but underestimate what they can do in 5. And I thought that was really profound, because you might set a goal and say, hey, I'm going to give myself the next 3 months to get this done. And you put all this pressure on yourself, and then in 3 months you've accomplished 10% of what you think you can accomplish. And then you give up. You think you failed because you've met the deadline for your goal. But nobody really dies at the deadline. The goal never dies. The dream never sleeps. You have to keep going. And so look at what you did, look at what your approach was, and say, why did it take this long? Was it because of lack of effort? Was there a distraction? Did you really follow all the steps? And then readjust your goal to something more reasonable. Or I should say, readjust your timeline, your deadline to something more reasonable. But don't give up on the goal. The goal is not tied to the deadline. The goal is tied to completion. It's all about getting there. So just do whatever it takes to get there. If you have to move the deadline once, twice, or 3 times, that's fine. Don't move it 7 years out and say I'll get to it in 6 years. Move it at a reasonable piece of time and just keep checking in. But don't change your goal. Don't give up your goal because you didn't get it done right when you said you'd get it done. Change the deadline. Now, the last thing is, what if you change the deadline and things really don't work? So you've got this great goal, and then you have this deadline and you don't meet it, and then you try again, and after the 3rd or 4th extension, you're really not getting there. Well, what you need to do at that point is not change your goal, change your plan. See, your organized plan is what's going to get you to the accomplishment of your goal. And a lot of times we'll go through an entire process of trying to achieve a goal, and we're doing it all wrong. You know, I love the gym examples, though I think, of course, we should have goals much larger than just losing weight or getting in shape. But this is a great example. I worked out for a year and didn't see any results. And I saw somebody next to me lose weight and get muscular in the same amount of time. The difference was that I wasn't doing the appropriate workout plan and I wasn't eating healthy. Whereas the other person was working out and eating healthy. Nutrition is 80% of weight loss. And if you don't know that, and your plan is to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, and you think that just going for a 20-minute walk is gonna do it, it's not. And if it's for a 30-minute walk, it's not. And then you might realize that you've got to give up the soda. And then you might realize that even though you gave up soda and you're walking for 30 days, you're still not losing weight. And then you learn, maybe I need to gain some muscle. The point that I'm making here is that it's not that you should give up on the goal because you didn't lose the weight in the appropriate amount of time, or that you moved your deadline and you weren't able to get it done. It's that you need to change your plan. Look at whether what you're doing is actually effective, because the chances are that if you're not making any progress, it's because you're not on the right path. So don't give up on the goal because things aren't working out. Don't give up on the goal because time hasn't been in your favor so far. And don't give up on the goal because your plan didn't work. Make a new plan every single time. So I could have done this entire post with one word, and I'm going to write that up here right now. Longer than I thought. Persistence. This is the key to accomplishing every single goal. Never, ever, 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 ever giving up. Finding a new approach, changing the deadline, a new plan, tapping new resources, finding a new mentor, reading a new book, doing more research, trying and trying and trying and trying again until you get it right. The satisfaction that you will get from accomplishing your goal is not going to change because it took 3 months or 6 months or 9 months longer than you thought it would. It's not. You're gonna get there. And when you get there, it's gonna be sweet. And the lessons that you're gonna learn are gonna be those lessons that help to fuel you when you accomplish and reach for the next goal. I said at the beginning of this video, set goals you have to grow to achieve that require more of you. And going through this process of failing and trying again and failing and trying again, the person you're going to become as you pursue your goals is somebody you're going to love. Because when you look back and say, I didn't give up, despite this happening, I didn't give up, despite this hardship happening, I didn't give up, you're going to feel pretty good about yourself, and you're going to develop the quality of character that will allow you to continue to be successful. I'm happy that my speaking career is gaining traction and that I'm able to, coach people and do live events. All this stuff is great, but it's taken me a long time to get here. A lot of heartaches, a lot of failures. And most people would say that when your coach ran off with your money, or when you found out that the person who was supposed to be booking your speeches wasn't doing any work, or when you realized that, your footage was all lost from your speaking gig that you were supposed to use to get more gigs, that you should give up. And what I thought was, no, I need to get better, I need to get smarter, I need to get more resourceful, and I need to change my plan and take back a little bit of control over my life. Persistence is the number one thing that you need to achieve every goal that you'll ever set for yourself. It's truly up to you to set a big goal that truly inspires you, to change the deadline when it doesn't happen, but don't change the goal. Stay focused on that goal. Have a laser focused vision on that goal. And the last thing is, if your plan's not working, change your plan. Don't give up on the goal, because the goal that you set, this important goal, it's important for you, it's important for other people. There's no reason to ever give up on it. Just find a new approach. I was speaking at UC Davis once, and a kid said to me, a young man, a student said to me, what's the most important element of your success? And I went on and on about persistence. I mean, I think vision, number one, is a big part of it, knowing what you're going for, but also persistence. And I said, if you keep hitting the wall, read the writing on the wall. There's something there. In every failure, in every setback, and everything that you experience in pursuit of your goal, there's something there. It is not without purpose. So, remember, set the right goals. Change your deadline, don't change your goal. Change your plan, don't change your goal. And above all, persistence. Persist. Never give up. This is Khalif Asseghai. My name, Khalif Asseghai again, encouraging you to serve, love, and prosper. Sign up here for my YouTube page to get videos directly to you every week. Go on my website, KhalifAsseghai.com/blog, to sign up for video and written content to come straight to your email. It's always a pleasure to speak with you guys. I hope that this video was helpful, and if it was, please comment down below and let me know what you think of how I'm doing. Thanks a lot.